Hello folks, thanks for joining me again. It's another episode of the Wastecast. I hope that you're all enjoying them and getting at least 10 views on these, so I'm hopeful for extra promotion in the future and really grateful for everybody that's dropping by to say hello. I think I'm going to give you another shit business idea today. It's quite a complicated one, but it's quite an easy one too. It doesn't really have much to explain, but it does have various revenue streams, so things that I might find complex. But it's not a pitch, I'm not trying to sell it to you. No one's going to see it anyway, but it's just an idea, probably really more than anything just for Connor to do, because he needs some ideas for business, although he has his own business. My brother, Connor McLeod, does need lots of ideas, and if I try and tell these to him to his face, he just tells me to shut up and stop being boring and waffling at him. So I'll just waffle at you instead, and maybe at some point he'll watch them if he gets too bored. So this app is an app that you can build. I'm going to build, maybe, but probably I might not, but I might do. And the title is To Eat. It's called To Eat, or Stop To Eat, or To Ride, or Ride To, or Meal Ticket, or Ticket to Ride, Ticket to Ride. Probably To Eat, or Stop To Eat is what it's called. And in a nutshell, what it is it's an app that allows, it's a promotional app that allows two people to get a meal at a participating restaurant if they travel via public transport. So you would just get the fobs and an NFC to work with the app, so people could get their phone and they could fob in using their phone with the app, and then two people at a participating restaurant can get a meal on a 2-for-1 meal deal. Now, to start with, it would just be something which would be free promotion for the buses. So it would start on buses and eventually move on to trains, and eventually roll out ideally onto NFL and sort of TfL, Travel for London, National Express, Stagecoach, and get all of these kind of guys on board. But ultimately they wouldn't have to participate other than allowing these fobs to be installed at the point of sale, at the ticket machines, or on their buses and trains. So once you fob in, you go to a restaurant and then you have your meal. The extra revenue streams come from it being approved by the council as a government scheme. So as an alternative to a congestion charge, what you could do is reduce congestion by encouraging people to use public transport by subsidising a meal. So if they used To Eat to get into town and they got another participating partner, then that would reduce congestion by encouraging people to use public transport. It would help with road resurfacing costs, but again, reducing congestion. It would help the environment, quite obviously. It would also help against drink driving. So if people go into town and they go to the pub, they go by public transport rather than driving, they can go and have a meal and a couple of drinks and they haven't got to worry about that. If anyone's old enough to remember Orange Wednesdays, then you'll remember that was a very popular promotion with Orange, where if you got an Orange SIM card, you could text a certain number and you could get a promotional code for 2 cinema tickets. So it got loads of people to sign up to Orange and go to the pictures too. The local council would then, on a bracketed scheme, give money back to the participating businesses by giving them a reduction in their business rates. So they would give them a sort of, if they served 100 people from To Eat that had all got public transport to come visit them, rather than drive their cars into the city or into to their pub or bar or restaurant, then they would get a reduction in their business rates. When the people use the app, you can get them to earn bonus points by leaving TripAdvisor reviews, which benefits the businesses by giving the businesses an extra online presence. So people who are using the app will be incentivised to use TripAdvisor to do that. You could also get live data for the buses and trains moving. So you can get people's GPS coordinates using the app and show how trains and buses are moving, and get lots of other aggregated data about other users that are using the app. If you wanted to pair up with somebody that was up for pairing, people could meet new people using the app. It's a little bit dodgy. Obviously you wouldn't really want people of a certain age using it, below a certain age using it, pairing up with other people, but you have got the added bonus of it being able to run special options for people pensionable age, to increase social mobility if they wanted to go out and have an affordable meal. A lot of people are struggling at the moment to afford to eat out, and to be able to travel. Lots of people are struggling to pay for luxuries like going out for food and also travel as well. So it's an app that gives you a 2-for-1 meal deal at participating restaurants. If you just build the app, and then you could try and pitch a load of restaurants to sign up to the restaurants. So the restaurants would pay to be a part of the promotion, sort of £50 a month or £100 a month. And then eventually, after you get a brace of restaurants that join up, then you could get the local council to start giving them a reduction in their business rates. And then you could pitch it as a local government scheme to try and encourage people to use public transport by eating more at their restaurant. But anyway, that's one idea that I had. It's called To Eat. It's only taken me 5 minutes to explain that so badly that nobody's ever going to listen to it. But what we'll do instead is read a bit of current affairs, because that's always good. Let's see what Google News brings up for us today, shall we? South Africa plans a new law change over the Putin ICC arrest warrant. The International Criminal Court is really bent, isn't it? Am I just the only one that thinks that? Like, is it not? Is the ICC not kind of like The Hague? Is it not a bit dodgy? I mean, I've heard that there's lots of people that have broken the law over war crimes, and they just kind of arrest some of them and let some of them go. Is that wrong or not? I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure how that works. Amazon recruits every amid Royal Mail delivery woes. I don't know what every is. Anyone know what every is? That's the Telegraph, 1 day ago, at 15:24 today. Aston Martin Valkyrie gets absolutely sent off the FOS start line. Brilliant. Escaped red panda seen ambling down the street 1 day ago. That's very sad. What else have we got? More stuff about Amazon. We're finally closing in on the cosmic origins of the OMG particle. In 1991, scientists saw the Oh My God particle, a cosmic ray with the energy of a dropped bowling ball. We've now observed hundreds of other ultra-high energy cosmic rays and mapped where they've come from. These efforts are helping us home in on where in the cosmos these particles come from, what produce them. Does anyone understand physics? Like, we all read these kind of physics stuff. Well, I do. I get them kind of like that pop up in my blog. But I don't think anybody really, quantum just means beyond measure. Like, if you zoom right in, what can you see? Fuck all. There's nothing there. It's just a hole like this. It's just like, there's just kind of this like unknowable, unfathomable void, and nobody understands it. And the more people look at it, they just get really confused, and everyone finds it really interesting. The Oh My God particle. I mean, there's an article about the Oh My God particle. I mean, who really, my son is back on for this one, who really understands the Oh My God particle? Do you? Because I don't. What else have we got? How Russia expected to react to the drone attack in Moscow. It's very sad. Don't like people blowing stuff up. Really don't like it at all. Iconic British brand introducing our new heritage campaign, a homage to our boundary-pushing identity, Burberry. Well, thanks for that, Burberry. If you want me to do some modelling for you with my no hair, then leave me a comment. I'm great at drivel and not shaving, and psychiatric commentary. So give us a call, Burberry. Peas that don't taste like peas could help the planet, the BBC. BBC does some fantastic journalism, but peas that don't taste like peas could help the planet. Well, there we are. Tom Holland tries to be Tom Cruise for 8 minutes in 4K, box office movie scene 3 days ago. It's like not just news on Google, it's like adverts. It's like adverts for PCs and like sport and Radio 4 long wave switch off. Oh no, that's not very good, is it? Loads of people listen to it on long wave, don't they? Like people out on shipping trawlers and shit like that. They can't just like the BBC World Service. Like if some people love that shit, man. Like they can't just fucking sack it off. That's rubbish. So the Stop to Eat app's really good, guys. If we make like To Eat, you can imagine it. Everyone's using their phones. People are pairing up, going for meals. They're all rating, like the local businesses are getting loads of customers. you know, the people are kind of like, you know, everyone's using public transport again. Eventually you can use it with your Oyster card. You tap fob in with your Oyster card, and it'll activate the fob, and then you can go and tap your Oyster card, you know, from your bus travel or your train travel at the participating restaurant, and go and get a 2-for-1 meal deal, and old people will be eating and no one will be crashing from drink driving, and you know, the public transport will be full and we won't have to worry about subsidising it. It's a really good app to build. It'll only cost a few grand to build the app, and you could just get a call centre and just phone up pubs all along bus routes, you know, and get one pub for each stop on the bus route. You know, and the idea is that their ticket will be valid. So if they get a day rider, they can get off the bus, then, you know, stop to eat for an hour, get back on the bus, and then get on with their day. And like people that are going into town centre Christmas shopping and stuff like that with their families, like, you know, it's like kind of like, you know, if mum and dad can get a 2-for-1 meal deal, then they can afford to take the kids out for lunch, so they can all, you know, go in and do their shopping on a Saturday, like get the bus rather than driving, and then all go out for something to eat and some drinks, which is like, you know, and safely get home without having to worry about how much they've had to drink. There's a brilliant Alan Watts podcast, Medieval Minstrel to Split Thy Sides 5 centuries on. That looks like quite a good bit of Monty Python there. Apparently Monty Python was filmed at Spitchwick. Anyone from Devon, there's this river called Spitchwick, and apparently someone said the bit where it's like it's at the very beginning of the Holy Grail or something. Yeah, it's filmed at Spitchwick, someone said. Don't know if that's true. I'll tell you a very interesting fact. There's a star in the sky called Aldebaran. Aldebaran. You've got Orion's belt, 3 stars in Orion's belt. The one in the middle, it's just left from the one in the middle. And apparently, people were going there in spaceships in the Second World War. Someone told me once. Well, nobody told me that. I think I read that on the dogshit web. And it's the 14th brightest star in the sky. And there's a little town in South Devon called Ashburton. And there's a wine bar, and it's a bar. It's a wine bar, and it's just called Number 14, but it's a bar, and this star is called Aldebaran, and it's number 14. And this, I don't think it's anything to do with spaceships or secret space travel, and I don't know if the people who named the bar Number 14 were naming it after the 14th brightest star in the sky that apparently has inhabitable planets and like a secret space program. But it's really interesting. 40 artists praise Joni Mitchell. She saved my life. Excellent. Highlights. Patek Philippe at Christie's in Hong Kong. Let's have a look at some Patek Philippe watches. So we've got 13 minutes. Can see some of these. Doesn't say how much they cost. The smallest known repeater. That's pretty fucking cool. These are nice watches. Patek Philippe Dome Clock. Champ de Courses. Corsair maybe. They're really elegant, these Patek Philippe watches. They're so expensive. It's a website I love to look at called James Edition, which has got really expensive watches on it, and some of them are like 12 million quid, and the Patek Philippe ones are always really expensive. The Jam song Paul Weller Wouldn't Write Again, Far Out magazine. Thought Google's supposed to know me. I mean, I don't listen to that sort of shit. I've been too scared to go to work. My life as a builder in badly behaved Britain. Well, I'm not even going to bother with this anymore. Summer books, shows and songs for 2023, Bill Gates. If you could sponsor me, Bill, let's build this app, man. It'd be really, really good. We'll get everybody travelling on public transport, get them out of their cars, polluting the earth, and into public transport, stop them from drink driving, and stop them from being so socially isolated after lockdown, get everyone back out into supporting the local businesses and supporting the local economy, give all the businesses an online presence with TripAdvisor and online reviews, and generally make loads of money doing it, because You know, you can get advertising revenue from the app, and you can get revenue from all of the data that people provide when they sign up to the app, and you can get revenue from the businesses that all subscribe. Every single business that subscribes to the promotion will bring in a monthly revenue, and you could get business revenue eventually from the transport providers. If you started to aggregate lots and lots of people onto their transport, you know, you could do it, but ultimately it should be free for the transport providers. That's the idea, is that it's a business service that benefits the local community and doesn't stop me talking, unfortunately. But here's some nice shots of my face in a ring light, and I'm growing my beard this week, so you can look forward to that. Thanks very much for watching, and do please like, comment and subscribe, because these videos are very interesting, aren't they? Yes, they are. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.